this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom.
Oh boy, here we go again.
What are you doing, Sparrow?
Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom.
Okay.
Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's gonna happen to you.
Okay, it's 9 times out of 10 or whatever the statistic that you portray. Aren't you the one that usually break the family apart? You know, yeah, either serve your husband divorce papers because you are quote unquote unhappy, right? And then you have to find your happiness and all that stuff, and then you become a single mom by choice.
I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers.
Yes, that is true. I agree with you 100%, which is why we should stop promoting the single mom bullshit, right? Listen, we are all bound by culture. And we create culture, right? So let's say men create culture and women nurture the culture. And a lot of culture that doesn't have the safety net from, let's say, government or other external entity, then marriage is a lot stronger. Doesn't mean that it's always right or it's always fair, right? Because for me personally, I'd rather have someone be with me because they want to, not because they have to. And when you grow up in culture where people are bound by, they don't want to leave the relationship regardless how miserable that they are, it's unfair for both parties. I get it. At the same time, you motherfuckers like the emotional roller coaster that goes through, and it's hard to maintain a relationship when you don't understand yourself enough to have someone that you're compatible with in the first place. And yes, I do understand, it's harder for women to be a single parent than it is for men, right? Because let's say you're a single dad. Oh man, for some reason, you become a chick magnet. Like, oh my god, look at this man taking care of his kid. Oh, he's one of them good ones. Dude, women will go out of their ways to feed you, to do a whole bunch of you have your parents, you have your family members all over there, out there to hold you down. But if you're a chick, you get pregnant, there's the relationship, you're just a single mom, yeah, there's gonna be some backlash for the most part. But society will still try to cater to you to some point to make it seem like whatever that you've done, praising your bad choices, and then try to make it seem like, hey, you go girl. It's like, no, it's it's tough. It's very tough. And if you continue to promote debauchery, you're gonna get more debauchery. And what we're seeing right now, and the lady's freaking out, it's probably consequences to her own action.
It will be fucking hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore, because these men make it so hard. They make it
Okay. I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. Let me try to be more compassionate, because she really looks like she's having a really hard time. And I don't want to be that guy that just put everyone in the same basket. And I don't have enough information to have a proper assessment of her situation.
so hard to be a mom. They take away all of the tender moments of motherhood that you could have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just fucking surviving, trying to raise these kids, trying to do the best you can, and you get $250 a month. What the fuck? That is pennies. That is the gas money it is taking me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is a nurse. $250 a month.
There's three sides to every story. There's her side, there's his side, and the truth. The truth often rests at its edge. So, like, maybe 250 a month is not enough. Well, 250 a month is definitely not enough, right? I'm trying to figure out what is the actual story there, right? Because did you start off with my body, my choice? I get to keep the baby if I want to, blah blah blah. And he's like, nah, I don't want to have a baby, right? If he was down for the cause and said, okay, I wouldn't mind having a baby. All right, cool, you can keep the baby and stuff like that. He wanted to be a father. Then yeah, 250 a month is not enough. There's also the, sometimes when, let's say the guy is providing and all that stuff, but yeah, you still end up putting him on child support. Then the child support then gives you that 250 a month, and the guy's like, well, you put me on child support, so that's all you get. You get that 250 a month, right? So that could be another aspect of pettiness of you try to screw him over for more money and shit, and it turns out that you the one that end up getting screwed, like 50 Cent baby mama. She learned the hard way. Don't be too greedy. And but it's like part of me kind of feel bad for her because of the frustration, but also part of me wonder what role did she play in her own demise.
I'm sorry. Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. These men will take everything from you. They will promise you so much. They will promise you so much. And it will feel great at first. It will feel peaceful at first. And for some fucking reason, when you have their child, they will abandon you. They will discard you. Even if they don't cheat, even if they don't do anything significant, they'll emotionally turn away from you to the point where you leave. I left. I left. I can't be in that. It is not what we were promised.
You became a single mom by choice because you were not, being prioritized from an emotional standpoint. And I understand, right? He probably also wasn't being prioritized. Maybe the kid was being prioritized and you felt like since you were not being prioritized, then you left. So then he was no longer in his kid's life all the time. And then now he's like, all right, I'm gonna do the bare minimum then. I mean, it sucks. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you in this situation because it's a very complex situation. Like, okay, maybe you had the right to leave. Maybe you felt like you were being neglected. And then maybe he wasn't prioritizing you. Maybe he felt like he wasn't being prioritized. And when you left, he's like, you know what, fine, fuck it. Then I guess we're going to try to have a good co-parenting. And probably that wasn't working out neither. But yeah, but at the end of the day, you left. You left. He didn't leave you. You left.
What you think it is. I promise you. I promise you. And before you come on here and say, oh, well, my situation's not like that. Good for you, honey. You are in the 1% of women that are very lucky because the rest of us don't have that. And the rest of us become single moms.
But you left. You turn yourself into a single mom. You left. You left. At the end of the day, you left. He didn't leave you. He wasn't the one that abandoned you. You're the one that left the relationship and become a single mom. So all the crocodile tears that you're having right now, even though part of me, like the little simp aspect of myself, want to feel bad for you, but you left instead of trying to work things out. You thought it would have been easier to leave and become a single mom until you find out it ain't as cracked up as you think it is.
Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
You left. You left.
It sucks because all I wanted was to be a mom. I love being a mom, but
all you ever wanted was to be a mom. You didn't want to be a mother and a wife. You only wanted to be a mom. So which means that you would never ever prioritize that man the same way that you expect him to prioritize you. Being in a relationship is a two-way street. You have to prioritize your kid and your husband the same way that he has to prioritize the kid and you. But if you not prioritizing him, why the fuck would he prioritize you? So the focus is going to be on the kid. That's it. You left. Just remember that.
best parts of my motherhood were taken from me. And in fact, the first time I got pregnant, the man said he couldn't have kids and then fought me in court for 5 years. Fought me in court for 5 years to take away my son.
Okay. If you seems like you are unstable emotionally, and then, seems like you can't, provide your other half of the bargain, then yeah, he's gonna try to fight for custody because you seems quite unstable right now. Like, why is that so hard to understand?
Claimed in the beginning he wasn't even capable of producing because he didn't want to wrap it up at first. Yeah. Yep. I can't handle it. I can't.
That if you can't handle it, give the man custody of the child. He wants to have custody of him. Why the hell you think, he's fighting you for 5 years? Yeah, because he wants his kids. And clearly, you having a hard time being a mom, then give him primary custody. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Handle this. I can't handle men anymore. Y'all are liars. You lie to women. You promise us a lot. We are objects to you. We are things that you put on your shelf. I am a human being, and my life is forever changed. My life is forever changed. I will never be the same. My youth was stolen from me.
Shut the fuck up. Like, bro.
I had to put my boots on the ground and become a single mom at 21 years old. I didn't get to live. I didn't get to live. I didn't. My life is not what I wanted it to be. Not even close. But I love being a mom. I'm holding space for two things at one time. Just don't date men. We are at a point in society where we are waking up to the reality of the patriarchy, which is a very real thing that I didn't used to believe in, and I fucking do now. To what men are really like. I will never see the change in men that I need to see to feel safe enough to ever date again in my entire life. It will take too long. The change that we need to see in men will take too long.
What about the change that you need to see in yourself first? You left the relationship and you became a single mom by your own action. You didn't try to work things out. You were not emotionally mature enough to try to figure things out that would be for the betterment of the child. You left. I have to drive this point home. You fucking left. And now you became a single mom. And now you're crying on Beyonce's internet, expecting the world to feel sorry for you. Go kick rock, lady.
It's 100, 200 years from now. So that's my life. So just don't date men. Just don't. Just focus on yourself. And don't have kids with the wrong person. And I don't know how to tell you what man is the right man because I thought they both were.
Well, that's where culture used to come in handy, right? Because you weren't the one that were choosing the men to procreate with. Your parents would be the one assessing the men that you would actually be having, your parents, your community and stuff like that, and to see if you guys were like a good match. And then therefore they would also making sure that the man was responsible enough to take care of you. And then, you would be responsible enough to actually do your wifely duty. So the duty goes both ways. But now we don't have that anymore. So that's why, you make your choices. And a lot of time you end up making the wrong choices because when you don't have a father figure in your life that actually can look at the man and be like, okay, this guy's full of shit. Don't marry him. This guy, he will be able to take care of you. Oh yeah, I know he's not the best looking guy out there, but he got the resources and he seems to be like, he will be able to handle this shit. But no, y'all know better. And this is what the fuck happened. And it happens. Sorry that happens to you, but you left at the end of the day. And yeah. So let me know down below what you guys think in the comment section. You know what it is. I'm your host, The Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.